guys, on YouTube, I'm going to start recording our lesson, and we are going to be doing fractions again this week. We're going to be finishing off our fractions. Last lesson, Jen went over multiplying fractions with you guys and adding and then multiplying fractions. And in this lesson, we are going to be looking at division of fractions. So to divide by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the inverse. Okay, so there's that word inverse again, that fancy word. Who wants to tell us in the chat? What have I told you about that word inverse? Oh, there's Amishle on me already. Amishle, tell us, what does that fancy word mean?
Inverse means the opposite.
Fantastic. It's just the fancy word for the opposite. Nice. Well done. Thank you, Amishle. Okay. So just like Amishle said, okay, inverse means the opposite. All right. So if I had 5/8 divided by 2/3, if I'm multiplying by the inverse, what's going to happen? My divide sign, all right, my divide sign is going to change into a multiplication sign, and 2/3 is going to become 3/2. So when we divide fractions, the easier thing for us to do is to multiply by the inverse. If we look at it another way, okay, and we're going to start with one example first and then go on to example 2. So the first thing we have here is 1 and 2/3, and we're dividing by 5/4. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put it on another page here for us. So we've got 1 and 2/3, and we were dividing. Go to our example, apologies. Oh dear, where did our page go to now? Uh-oh, we lost the whole page. Apologies, guys. We were dividing, there we go, dividing by 5/4. So 1 and 2/3 dividing by 5/4. So I've told you guys before, okay? I've told you guys before, I don't like using improper fractions. I think, not improper fraction, yeah, mixed numbers, sorry. Mixed numbers. Mixed numbers are the worst, okay? Mixed numbers are the worst. They make my life so complicated. When I try to put a mixed number on a calculator, it gets super complicated. I hate mixed numbers. So the first thing I always do is I'm going to go get rid of this mixed number. So 1 times by 3 gives me 3, and 3 plus 2 gives me 5/3 divided by 5/4. We just said just now that when we're dividing fractions, it's the same thing as doing the inverse. Now, I'm going to teach you a little trick here about the inverse, all right? 3 little letters, they're going to change your life. If you haven't learned this already, your teacher might use it in a different way. They might have changed the letters around a little bit, all right? Okay, but let's have a look. Has anyone heard of, and you can agree with me in the chat, you can give me a thumbs up, KCF. Who's heard about KCF? Anyone heard of KCF before? I'm going to go right on the screen. KCF. So it's the fancy thing of inverse, but KCF. You heard KCF before? No, some people say nope, okay? Some people got a thumbs up. Yep. All right, for those of you who haven't heard of it before, let's have a look at what it means. So if I'm going to go and I'm going to go KCF, it means that I'm going to do the following. I am going to keep, all right? C, I'm going to change. And if means I'm going to flip. So keep, change, and flip is what I'm going to be doing. Okay. So I'm keeping 5 over 3. That's all good. Okay. What am I doing with the divide sign? We said we're going to change that. And finally, I'm going to flip. All right. In Kuli, I also used to have a teacher that also used to call it KFC. I also used to have a teacher that called it KFC. And then they used to keep, flip, and change. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. But KCF, keep, change, flip, whichever way you want to do it, that's fine, guys. I just know it as KCF. If I think of it as KFC, I'm going to be drooling for KFC all day long. And yeah, that's a bad habit to get into. Okay. Kegi's asking me, does this work with all numbers? Kegi, this only works if we're doing fractions and we're dividing fractions by each other. Then we can do KCF. Okay, so if we're doing KCF, it works with KCF. I'll show you how it actually does work with all numbers, but for now, KCF. All right, so now I need to cross cancel. And remember the cross cancel we spoke about? Cross cancel, not just cancel, cross cancel. So if I'm looking at the 5s, I've got a 5 over here. 5 goes into 5 once and into 5 once. And I've got a 3 and a 4. Those don't go into each other, so I'm going to keep them where they are. 1 times 4 gives me 4. 3 times 1 gives me 3. Change it back into a mixed number, and I get 1 and 1 over 3. Okay. Kegi, you do ask a good question, though. Does this work with all numbers? Let's go have a look. What if we had to have 72 and we were dividing that by 8, let's say? Okay. What do we always say that these numbers are over? They're always over 1, hey? So let's go. I'm going to keep 72 over 1. I'm going to change my divide into a multiply. And I'm going to flip. So this is going to become 1 over 8. Now, what can I do? Can I do some cross-canceling, guys? Can I go say to myself, what goes into 72 and into 8? Well, 8 goes into 8 once, and it goes into 72 9 times. 9 times 1 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. So what's the answer? The answer is 9. And what do we know about 72 divided by 8? 72 divided by 8 is equal to 9. So yes, KCF does actually work with all numbers, but what a difficult way to do it. It's actually just easier to do it with fractions. Okay. All right, I'm taking you back to the previous page. Don't stress if you don't have it written out. It's all written out nicely on the previous page, and you can take one really nice note all together, guys. Okay, so my next example that they gave us here on the other side was 2 and 1 over 7 divided by 6 over 11. So what's step 1? Step 1, convert it to an improper fraction. So 2 times 7 is 14, and 14 plus 1 gives me 15 over 7. Right? So I've got 15 over 7, keep. What am I doing to the divide sign? I'm going to change it. And what am I doing to 6 over 11? I'm going to flip. Keep, change, flip, KCF. Okay. Then what do I do with fractions? When I'm multiplying fractions, I should always try to cross cancel. So what can go into 15 and can also go into 6? Well, they can't go into each other, but 3 can go into both of those. 3 goes into 15 5 times, and 3 goes into 6 twice. 5 times 11 is 55. 7 times 2 is 14. Take it back into a mixed number, get our final answer. Right, I'm going to let you take a screenshot of that, or if you want to finish writing it out, I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Have a look there. Okay, I'm going to look back in the chat, see if there's anyone else. All right. Guys, don't worry if you didn't do the quiz last week. Go do it again now. Yes, you can go redo the quiz. It's still there. Okay, I'm just checking back in the chats. All right. Okay. Umar, you boycotting mixed numbers. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't. Kay's asking, ma'am, what if there's a remainder? So, Kay, we're never going to have a remainder. We're always going to do we're going to work it into the numbers so that there is no remainder. Okay. So, we're never, ever, ever going to have remainders when we come into fractions and dividing fractions by each other. Okay. So, we're not going to have remainders. All right, Umar, are we going to have a brain break today? Let's see how far we get, Umar. Let's see how far we get and how into the work we get. Okay, I know a lot of people are busy writing tests at the moment, so they probably need a brain break, but a lot more people are really keen to get through some fractions today. So let's have a look at how far we get as well. All right. Okay, grade 8, let's move it along. So let's go do some work together. Let's go practice together because some of us might be like, oh, ma'am, this is so easy. We got this. And some of us be like, oh, whoa, ma'am, okay, I kind of got the first one you did. Then you brought in another one. Can you please go over it again? So I've got 1 over 5 divided by 3 over 8. Okay, 1 over 5 divided by 3 over 8. What are my 3 letters, please? In the chat, tell me. What are my 3 letters, guys? What are my 3 letters? Talk to me. Good, KCF. Good, KCF. Right, let's get fancy here. KCF. Okay, so KCF, right. Let's go see it. We're going to keep, we're going to change, and we're going to flip. If I'm looking at that, I don't see anything to cross cancel at the moment. So I've given you really nice one. When we see this one in the test, we're like, oh, thank goodness, yes. Okay, nothing to change, nothing to cancel. So 1 times 8 is 8. 5 times 3 is 15. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, guys. Okay. All right. 2 over 5 divided by 7 over 8. So 2 over 5 divided by 7 over 8. Who wants to work with me? Who's going to help me out? Right. Amishle, hi.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, let's go, Amishle. Talk to me. How are we going to do this?
So ma'am, okay, first, you keep the first fraction the same,
Good, well done. I'm going to keep it the same. Good.
and then you change to the division sign to a multiplication sign,
Fantastic.
and then you flip the 7 over 8 to be 8 over 7.
Nice, well done. Okay, what do I get?
So 2 times 8 is 16,
Fantastic.
and then 5 times 7 is 35.
Nice. Can't get any simpler. Nice and easy. Well done, Amishle.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys. 3.3. Let's do one last easy one, and then we're going to move on to the more challenging ones. So, who's helping me out? I did see somebody's hand go up. Ah, KG. Hi, KG.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Are you going to help me out with this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. So 3/4 divided by 3/7. Talk me through the steps.
You keep 3/4 the same.
Good.
The divide turns into a multiply.
Fantastic.
You flip 3/7, which turns into 7/3.
Good. And now we're going to stop because do we see something that we can maybe cross cancel?
Yes, ma'am. 3 and
Fantastic.
3.
Good. So 3 goes into 3 once and 3 goes into 3 once. Hey, great. So what's my final answer going to be?
7/4.
Fantastic. 7/4. Talk me through this. Can we maybe make this into a mixed number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's my final answer going to be?
1 3/4.
Good. 1 and 3/4. Because technically, Kegi, is the 3 actually the remainder, technically?
Yes, it is.
Does that make sense? That the 3 is actually, remember you were asking me just now, ma'am, what about if you get remainders? Isn't that the 3 kind of like the remainder when you say 7 divided by 4?
Yes, ma'am. It kind of
Okay.
is.
That's it. Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Well done. Thanks, Kegi. Okay, guys. So well done. That's 3 nice, easy ones. Now, you know I love to give you a challenge because what would Maths Live be without a challenge? So let's go have a look at some more challenging ones for you guys. Okay. All right, go have a look at these 3 for me. So there's 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6. Go have a look at those 3. I'm going to give you, let's say, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go try those. So you guys are really sharp today. You're moving quickly. So 2 minutes, and then we're going to check in with each other and see how you did. Okay, 1 more minute. Keep going. 1 more minute. Okay, keep going, guys. All right, so let's see. I've got 2 hands that were up really super quick. So I'm gonna go with Itandile first. Itandile, hi.
Hi, ma'am.
Right, Itandile, what number are you doing with me? 3.4, 3.5, or 3.6?
3.4, ma'am.
3.4, cool. So a half divided by 3/5. A half divided by 3/5. Talk me through it. How do we do it?
I kept a half, then I
Okay.
changed side, then I flipped 3/5, which was 5/3. Then it gave I say top times top, bottom times bottom, which was 5/6.
Fantastic. Well done. Can it get any smaller than that?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so we're all good. Well done. Thanks so much. Thanks,
Pleasure, ma'am.
Azande.
Pleasure, ma'am.
All right, let's go Azande. Hi, Azande.
Hi, ma'am.
Right, Azande, are we doing number 5 or number 6?
Number 5, ma'am.
Number 5. So 3/5 divided by 6/11. So
Yes, sir.
3/5 divided by 6/11. Right, talk me through it.
So I rewrote it as 3/5, the first one. Then I said times. Then I swapped it and said 11/6.
Fantastic. Right, then what?
And then I saw that 6 and 3 were going to each other. So I said 3 goes into itself once and 3 goes into 6 twice,
Good, well done.
which gave me 11/10.
Good, well done. 11/10. And can I make that into a mixed number?
Yes, ma'am.
How do I do it?
Ma'am, I'll be fair. I don't know how to make it into a mixed number.
That's okay. So what you need to say is you kind of
Be
need to
for
say to
real.
yourself, yeah,
I'll be for real.
yes. 11 divided by 10 gives me what? Tandile? Where did you go? Oh, it's not that to tell you. Azande, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, talk to me. Make it into a mixed number for me.
Yeah, ma'am.
How do I do it?
The
So-
calculator. I don't know, ma'am.
Not the calculator. So I say to myself, how many times can 10 go into 11? How many times can I make 10 go into 11?
Once.
Once, good. So it goes in once, and I'm left with 1/10. You got this. Just because you haven't done it in a while, that's all. Thanks, Azande.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So let's go. Nkuli. Hi, Nkuli.
Hi, ma'am.
All right, Nkuli, we're doing the last one together.
Okay.
Okay. You sure? You don't sound certain.
Ma'am, I'm kind of scared
You
about
got
my
this.
answer.
You got this. 5/14 divided by 5/7. Right. Talk me through it. Let's go.
So I said 5/14 multiplied by 7/5.
Fantastic. Good. Well done. That's a good start.
And then I said I did the cross formation and 5 turned into 1 and the other 5 turned into 1.
Good. 5 goes into 5
And
once and
then-
into 5 once. Good.
And then 14 goes into 7 twice and 7 goes into 7 once.
Good. Well done. So what are you left with?
So I'm left with 1/2.
That's amazing. Why are you so worried about your answer? It's amazing. Well done. Nice. Confidence. Well done. You got this. Well done. All right. For those sad faces, because I've got a whole lot of hands up who are like, ma'am, I also wanted to try. Guys, there's more coming. Promise. Now, those were the more challenging ones. Okay. But now I've got even nicer ones for you coming. Right. Amishle is telling me, ma'am, I have a question. Amishle, tell me your question. Talk to me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, talk to me.
So, ma'am, for the 5/14 by the 5/7. So
Yep.
first I did 5/14 times 7/5, and then what I did I crossed out the 5s,
Yeah.
and then I said 1 times 7 equals 7, and then 14 times 1 equals 14. So 7/14 is a half.
Okay, that's the same thing. As long as you got to a half, it's perfect. Did you get to a half?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Well done. Absolutely fine. Absolutely perfect. Well done. Perfect.
Thank-
Okay. So Mishle was saying she didn't do the cross cancelling of the 7s and the 14s, but she got the same answer as us. Guys, that's also okay. Okay, that's also okay. If you did it in a different way, as long as it's mathematically mathematically correct, then you are all good. All right. Remember I said to you as well, we were doing cross cancelling before, You don't have to do cross cancelling. No one's saying to you, the instruction doesn't say do cross cancelling. The instruction says calculate the following, okay? So if you don't do cross cancelling, that's also okay. It's just going to take you a little bit longer and you might make a mistake. That's all. But it's okay if you don't do cross cancelling as well. All right, so now I don't want to hear any, ma'am, I'm scared, ma'am, I don't want to do this, ma'am, what am I going to do? Guys, go try number 16, 17, and 18. You got this. You got this. Follow your steps. Remember your steps, okay? No mixed numbers. We don't like working with mixed numbers, so get rid of your mixed numbers first, all right? Then, okay, BODMAS, brackets first. BODMAS, you do the brackets first. Then your of, then divide or multiply, then add or subtract. Go have a look at number 16, 17, and 18 for me. Go have a look. I'm wondering, Nkuli, do you have a question for me or do you want to do one with me?
I wanted to do
Okay.
3.16.
3 points?
16.
Okay, Nkuli, let's give everyone a try and then of course you can try as well. Okay, cool. No probs.
Okay.
All right, and Tandile, I'm guessing you also want to try one. That's why your hand's up. But I'm going to give everybody like a few minutes just to try, and then we're going to get going. So go try them. Umar, you're making me laugh today. You're just wanting brain breaks. Umar, where are you answering all my questions today? Hey? Okay, Tandile is asking me to do 3.18. Keggy's asking me what happened to 3.6 to 3.15. They were too easy for you, Keggy. I had to get the nice ones. And we need to move on to our next section after this as well. Okay, 2 more minutes and then we're going to have a look. 2 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute and then we're going to give it a try. 1 more minute. All right, Lejo. Brain breaks are fun. They are, I agree. Physics is too much math for your brain. Oh my goodness, I'm guessing you were doing physics today, Omar. All right, Amishle is asking me if she can do 3.17. Of course, Amishle, I'm going to ring this one. This is Amishle's one that she's asked me for. Okay, I don't always see the chat, guys, but there we go. I've seen that one. Okay, now, Nkuli, I know that you asked me to do 3.16, but your hands disappeared, so I don't know where you went to. I'm not sure if you still want to do 3.16. If you do, just put your hand up again. And then I can ask you to unmute. There we go. Right. Hi, Nkuli.
Hi, ma'am.
Let's go. 3.16. What did you do? Let's see.
I said 1 15 multiplied by 1 plus 1, which gave me 16 over 15 divided by
Good.
8 over 35.
Good. So you got rid of that pesky mixed number. Good. Keep going.
And then I said 16 divided by 2, and it gave me 8, and 8 divided by 1, which gave me, 8 divided by 8, which gave me 1. And I said,
So can we do this quick? Can we keep? We're going to keep, we're going to change, and we're going to flip, hey, first. All right. Because you definitely did that, hey, am I right?
I did flip.
I know. I just didn't get that step in. Okay, I was behind you. That's all. Okay, go. So you did 18 divided by 8 gave you 2. And you said 8 divided by 8 gave you 1. Hey, I was behind you. That's all. Okay, keep going. Right. Then what did you do?
And then 15 was 15, I got 3.
Good. So you said
And
15 divided by 5 gave you 3. Hey?
yes, and then
Good.
35 divided by 5 gave me 7.
Well done. Nice. So then what did you get?
I got 14 over 3.
Fantastic. 14 over 3. Good. And your final answer?
Ma'am, I got a mixed number for my final answer.
Perfect. That's right. That's right. Give me your final one. What was your mixed number?
Ma'am, the point is I divided it, yes, but like I missed a calculation step.
Oh dear. Okay, let's go do it. So 3 goes into 14. How many times? How many times can 3 go into 14? So I've got 3, 6, 9, and
12.
12. Hey, so it goes in 4 times. Hey?
Mm-hmm.
And 14 minus 12 gives me 2 over 3. Done. Well done. Nice.
Okay.
All good. Well done. Well done, Nkuli.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cool. Okay, so Amishle asked me really nicely, ma'am, she wants to do 3.17. Right, Amishle, let's go. 3.17. Talk to me.
So, ma'am, what I did was I said I changed the mixed number to, so 5 times 2, which is 10, plus 1
Good.
is 11 over 5,
Good. So you got 11 over 5. Good.
times by 15 over 22,
Good. 15 over 22. Nice.
divided by 6 over 5.
Good. So you said 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 gave you 6 over 5. Okay. Then what?
And then I said 11 over 5 times 15 over 22, and then times 5 over 6, and then I flipped the numbers.
Good. Nice. Keep going.
So then, ma'am, I said I cancel out the 2 5s.
Good. So you said this 5 and that 5 can cancel, which you are perfectly allowed to do. Great.
And then after that, ma'am, I said that the 5 goes into the 15 3 times.
So now we got a small problem. Hey, small problem. Okay, because once you cross cancel them, okay, they're cancelled. So that's a little bit of a small problem. So now if we go and we try to do it into the 15, that's where things start becoming a little bit complicated now. Do you know what I mean? Because if you've cancelled it, you've cancelled it. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. Do you see how they're trying to trick you?
Yes, ma'am.
You must always think initially how they trying to trick me, how they trying to trick. That's how they trying to trick you. Okay, so you can't cancel that 5 into that one. But what could you do with the 15 and the 6 maybe?
Oh, 3 goes
Ah,
into,
that's it. So 3 goes into 6 how many times? Twice, hey?
yes, ma'am.
And how many times does it go into 15?
5 times, ma'am.
5 times. Good. So instead of us canceling it by the 5s, what did we do? We divided by 3. Hey, so I'm going to write it in here for everybody to see what we did. Okay, we divided by 3. All right, very nice. Okay.
Good, ma'am.
Kagi, I like what you I like what Kagi's saying as well. I'm gonna do it Kagi's way after we're done here. Okay, carry on going. Then what did you do?
And then, ma'am, I said the 11 goes into 12 once,
Good.
and then it goes into 22 twice.
Good. So we cancelled. Right. Now we're gonna multiply it all out, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
So 1 times 5 times 1 is 5. And 1 times 2 is 4.
4.
So my final answer is 1 and 1 over 4, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Right. Let's go do it a different way just so that everyone's on track with us. Okay, so happier with the way that Amishle did it. Amishle did it all together. She changed everything. That's all good. Okay, another way to do it is what Kagi's saying, where he said he left division till last. Okay, and I'm happy to do that. So he started and he said 11 over 5 times by 15 over 22 times by, and I'm good, sorry, not times by, divided by, what am I saying? Divided by 6 over 5. Okay, so I'm going from that line. I'm going to ignore the division till last, okay? So I'm going to start here, like Kegi said he did. So 11 goes into 11 once and into 22 twice. 5 goes into 5 once and into 15 3 times. So he would have had 3 over 2 divided by 6 over 5. Okay, so keep, change, flip. All right. 3 goes into 3 once and into 6 twice. Okay, so 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And my final answer is 1 and 1 over 4. Exactly the same answer, just doing it in a few more steps. That's all. Nothing wrong with doing it in a few more steps. Okay. All right, I've got one left to do. Mateo, are you going to help me with the last one?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mateo. How are you?
Good on you, ma'am.
Good. All right, Mateo, I'm going to need to go rewrite this on another piece of paper. So let's go rewrite it quickly for you. So I've got 2 1/4.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. 2 1/4 divided by, and then it had a bracket here.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was it? 1.5 times 2.
Half. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, talk to me. What did you do?
So, ma'am, I first said 1 times 2, which equals 2, ma'am.
1 times 2, which equals 2. Okay, where we go? Where are we going? Which side? Oh, this side. Okay, so did you leave this outside the brackets, hey, like this?
Yes, yes, ma'am, but that's basically what I did. And
Okay,
then no, ma'am, I said 1 times 2, which is 2. And then I multiplied the fractions. Then I got 2 and 1/4.
2 and 1/4. Okay, so I think that maybe you skipped some steps along the way. Stay with me.
Yes, ma'am, I did. I see, ma'am. I was supposed to say
fine.
1 times
Mateo.
2 plus 1. Oh, my days.
Okay, cool. All right, don't stress.
Yeah.
Okay, Mateo, go
Yes,
do it again. Itandile is going to help me out. Itandile, let's go. Hello, Itandile.
Hello, ma'am.
Right, Itandile, help me out. And Mateo, help Mateo out. Help him feel better. What did you do?
Ma'am, what I did, I converted 2 1/4, which was 9 over 4. Then I
Good.
divided with my
So you started with 9 over 4. Okay, 9 over 4 because you changed that. And then you divided. Good.
Then I said, I opened the bracket. Then I said, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2 times 2 times 2, which is 4 plus 1, which is 5 over 2.
Good.
Then
So
bracket.
good.
Then I said 9/4 divided, open bracket, then I cross multiplied 2 and 2. Oh no, I said 3/2 times 2/5 when I flipped over.
Okay, be careful. Why did you flip over? Did you need to flip over? And now some students make this mistake because we're getting so used to flipping now. But did we need to flip?
No, ma'am.
Why? We didn't need to flip because there was no divide, eh? So be careful. Okay, can you see how people get a little bit confused there? You only need to flip if it's divide, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we need to do? We just need to times. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Which
3 times 5 is 15.
over 1.
Well, we're going to times, hey? 2 times 2 is going to give me. Be careful as well. What do some people go do? They also like, oh, ma'am, I'm going to cross cancel those. But it's Andile. What's that first word? It's cross cancel, hey? Cross. And are those 2's being crossed? So we must times them. Okay, keep going with me. Then what do you do?
Ma'am, I said 9/4 times 15/4.
Good. So the times by 4 over 15.
15.
Now we're going to keep, we're going to change, and we're going to flip. Good. Can I cancel some stuff out now?
Yes, ma'am. You can
What
say
can I
4,
cancel?
4, which was 4 over, which is 1, and the other 4 on top, which is 1, and the
Okay.
9 and 15, which is, the
Good.
9 is 3, and the 15 is going to be 5.
So 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. And 15 divided by 3 gives me 5. Well done. So I'm going to be left with 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. So my final answer is 3 over 5. Well done. Thank you so much, Tandile.
So, ma'am.
All right. I like what Kegi said here in the chat. He says, relax, calm down, don't stress, or your maths will be messed up. Okay. Just take a breath, do it slow. Lots of steps, guys. More steps, the better. Okay, the more steps, the better. All right. If you can do it in short steps, that's fine as well. But the more steps, the better. Okay. Remember, in grade 8, if you show all your working, we've spoken about it before, even if you get the answer wrong, you can get marks for your working out. So make sure you're showing your working outs. All right, let's move on to the last thing we need to cover for tonight. And the last thing we need to cover for tonight, Ma, we are not going to get to a brain break tonight. And Ma keeps reminding me because we need to cover this last section. So the last section we need to cover for tonight, Ma, I promise we'll have to have 2 brain breaks on Thursday. 2, Ma. 2 brain breaks on Thursday. Okay. All right. The last section that we're covering tonight is we're going to look at square rooting. All right, so we did some square rooting in grade 7 and we did some cube rooting in grade 7, but now we're going to bring it into fractions, guys. So when you have a square root sign and a fraction is underneath the square root sign, what that actually means is that we're square rooting the numerator and we're square rooting the denominator. So for example, if we had to have the square root of 16 over 25, what it actually means is you need to find what is the square root of 16 and what is the square root of 25. The same as if we had to have the square root of 49 over 100, you would have to find the square root of 49 and the square root of 100. So when we're square rooting fractions, we need to find the square root of both the numerator and the denominator. So to find the square root of a common fraction, you need to square root the numerator and the denominator. All right. When we're looking for the cube root, and the little 3's haven't come out here, apologies, it's exactly the same. Okay, when you're looking for the cube roots, it's exactly the same. When you've got a cube root sign over fraction, you need to find the cube root for both the numerator and you need to find the cube root for the denominator. Okay, you can't just do the one and not do the other. If the cube root or the square root sign is above a fraction, it means it's for the entire fraction. So if we're looking at this, if we had to find the square root of 81 over 121, it means we would need to find the square root of 81, which is 9, and then the square root of 121, which is 11. So my answer would be 9 over 11. If we were looking for the cube root of 8 over 343, we would have to find the cube root of 8, which is 2, and the cube root of 343, which is 7. What happens if we've got mixed numbers, guys? What happens if we have mixed numbers? If we have mixed numbers, I always say to you, don't like a mixed number. Ugh, okay? So what do we need to do when we have a mixed number? First things first, convert it into an improper fraction. So 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 gives me 25 over 2. Then what can we do? We can find the square root. Square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 4 is 2. Small mistake here. Square root of 4 is 2. Convert it back into a mixed number and I get 2.5. And the same thing as the cube roots. 91 and 1 over 8. What do we need to do? Improper fraction. Cube root of 729 is 9. The cube root of 8 is 2. 9 over 2 is the same as saying 4.5. All right. Amishle, talk to me.
Ma'am, for the example that is to find the cube root of a common fraction, and then the example that says 81 over 121 equals 9 over 11.
Yeah.
So, ma'am,
Okay.
isn't the cube root of 81?
Square root, hey, not the cube root, the square root.
Oh, the square root. Okay, yeah, I see now.
That's okay. If it has a little 3 on it, then it's the cube root. Okay, you good?
Yes, ma'am. I just
Okay.
didn't read it
It's fine. Don't stress. It's okay. Don't stress. Okay, Keiki, hi. Keiki. Okay, I don't know if Keiki's got a question. All right, guys, I want you guys to go practice.
I'm sorry,
There we
ma'am.
No, it's fine. Let's go. Talk to me, Keiki.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have two separate square roots from the fraction? For example, have a cube root for the denominator and have a square root for the numerator.
Yes, absolutely it is, because they might do it. So you see on your screen now how they've done number 1, 2, and 3. They could do a square root on the top with a square root sign, and they could do a cube root on the bottom with a cube root sign. It just depends what kind of sign they've given you. So
Thank you,
always
ma'am.
make sure you're reading the question really carefully. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So there are some 3 ones there for you to practice. Go give those a try for me. Go give those a try. Okay, go give your square rooting a try. And actually, I'm going to bring some more down here for you because I think you've got this. And we're not adding or subtracting anything. So go give all of those a try. There are 9 on your screen for you. Go give those a try for me. Go give those 9 a try. You got this. Go give those 9 a try. Some big numbers there. Could you use your calculator to help you? Of course you can. If you've got your calculator there, okay, you can try use your calculator to help you. Right. Kegi, I agree. They are big numbers. Umar, I don't know why people are leaving. It's so sad. We're not even finished here. We still got 5 minutes. Must be because we didn't do our quiz, our little game tonight that we do. Okay, but Thursday we'll do 2, I promise. Thursday we got 2 coming. Okay. All right, just a reminder again, if you have time over the next 2 days, go catch up on your quizzes, guys. Go catch up on your quizzes. Oh, Jenna, I'm so sorry. Remember, Jen, you can go back and you can watch the video on YouTube. So you can go back and watch the video on YouTube. Keiki, I agree with you. Those are ones that you should know off the heart, but these ones you can use your calculator for as well. So you can use your calculator for as well. Oh, and Kuli, I'm so sorry. Like I said, that's how they're keeping track of you. So just make sure that you go back and you do the quizzes and then chat to your parents. Just tell them you were in class, you just didn't go do the quiz. That's all. Just make sure you are doing the quizzes though. Okay, while you guys are busy, I'm gonna go and do some of the first answers to get you going. So keep going. Keep going. All right, you got this. Oh dear, sorry guys. Screen's jumping. Okay, keep going. Numbers are going a bit weird. Okay. All right, how are we going so far? How's our answers going? Are you getting them right? Okay, of course I will send work for you on Google Classroom. All right, guys, we have 2 minutes left. We have 2 minutes left. I'm going to put one more answer for you on here, and then I'm going to put the rest on Google Classroom for you. So I've got 11, and that's going to be over 20. All right, actually, I might be able to do the rest for you. 6 over 11, 9 over 10. And my last one here, I'm going to have 2 over 5. Okay, grade 8s, if you want to take a screenshot so that you've got all the answers down, there they are for tonight. Okay, there are my square roots and my cube roots of those questions. All right, I'm going to stay in class for a few minutes. If you have any questions, no problem. Nkuli saying, ma'am, I'm writing an exam on integers and roots and fractions. Nkuli, if you go and have a look in the Google Classroom, there's actually a past test in there on fractions and integers for you. So go and have a look. Mr. Peter, teacher Peter, he put a test in there, past test with the answers. So you can actually go and practice as well. Go get a practice test. It's in Classroom. Go download it and go have a look. And you can actually practice on how to do that. Hi, Leho.
Hi, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Good and you?
I'm good, ma'am. Oh, ma'am, where do you find the quizzes, ma'am? Because last week, ma'am, I couldn't find it when I went
Okay.
in Google Classroom.
No probs. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to bring it up on my screen. And then I'm going to take it across that side for you. Okay, so let's make this a bit smaller. So Lecho's asking me, where do you find the quizzes? All right, so I think it might look a bit different on your guys' side, but on my side, if I go to classroom, okay, so I'm going to open up classroom. I'm going to open up grade 8. And then you'll see that there's some options. I think for you guys, you only have stream and you have classwork. So you would click on classwork. Otherwise, if you go to stream, it actually comes up here in the stream as well. So there's your 8M Q4 fractions week 1.
Okay, ma'am.
So you would click there, okay? And it would actually come up here for you when you click onto it. The instructions are there. And you would click on the quiz and it would take you there. So I'm going to show you, it goes to the quiz. There it is.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks. Thanks.
You are welcome. No problem. Cool.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Bye. And Mishle. Hi, Mishle.
Hi, ma'am.
What's up, my love?
Ma'am.
Mhm.
So I have a question about number 6, ma'am. 3.1.6.
Yeah, talk to me.
So, ma'am, can you explain how 20 is the cube root of 8,000?
Sure. So if you say 20 times 20, it gives you 400. Times another 20, it gives you 8,000. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So then if you're going to do the cube root, so you're doing the other way around, hey? Okay, so if 20 times 20 times 20 gives you 8,000, that means that the cube root of 8,000 is 20. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Anything
Thanks,
else?
ma'am.
You're welcome. You sure? Nothing else, hey? Got this. Okay, cool. All right, guys, good luck for your test this week. I will see you all on Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye, ma'am. Have a wonderful day, ma'am.
Thanks. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.